Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for clicking on the video. David Pendleton here. If you've been following me for a while, you know that when it comes to my Golf Clash content, I always keep everything positive and uplifting on my channel, and I hope this video comes across in a non-negative way. However, I do want to call to light some things that would improve the game in my opinion, and please feel free in the comments to let me know how you feel about what I am proposing. I hope this video finds its way into the hands of the developers of Golf Clash, whether that's Playdemic or EA Sports, whoever is controlling the features of the game. I would encourage you to listen to the video in its entirety because I do feel that we could implement some good changes that would really positively affect the community and Playdemic or EA Sports revenue. The first thing is, take a look at how much time it is taking to find opponents in tournaments. Now, I don't think it takes as long to find opponents in tour one-on-one play. This is practice mode, and I'm going to fast forward the video just to save a little bit of time, but you can see here it's taking forever to find an opponent. At the end of this, we finally get matched up with an opponent, call it 35 to 38 seconds into a practice mode. Now, you might just be saying, well, that's just how practice is. It takes forever. Take a look at this. This is real mode. This is me trying to find a live opponent to actually play the hole. Notice the practice banner is gone. I'm sitting here trying to just play my tournament match. I would encourage the game to at least put on the table to eliminate opponents for practice mode. I'm not sure of the purpose. The majority of the time, you're playing against a replay anyways. I don't see the benefit of having an opponent in practice. It would be nice if you could just hit practice hole and it takes you right to the course without having to go through the spinning trying to find an opponent and the loading screens to get there. It would save a ton of time. And secondly, I would also like to encourage the thought to just eliminate at some point opponents altogether from tournaments for two reasons. One, it would save time. Two, the game needs to be a little bit more fair and practical from a tournament standpoint. And I say that because right now the way Golf Clash tournaments are structured isn't really as competitive as they would like you to think. And let me give you an example. Let's say that there is a hole in a tournament that has a bunch of water on it, and I take a drive and I put it in the water, okay? My opponent hits a great drive. They're good to go on the fairway. Shot number two, I decide to gamble again, and I put another ball in the water. And then let's say my opponent's shot two, they pick up an albatross. Now, my third drive becomes worthless. I could just switch to a basic ball and do nothing with it. I could let time expire or just blast a shot down the fairway. It wouldn't matter because I'm automatically going to get an eagle because my opponent got an albatross. I have seen many situations where I've picked up a hole-in-one on a hole and I go first, and my opponent just switches to a basic ball and does nothing, just lays a ball in the sand and laughs and says thanks. When players are spending their real time and their real money playing a game, an opponent should have to finish their hole in entirety. They should be forced to play through their entire hole. Now, I don't know what that would look like from a development standpoint, but if you eliminated the players' opponents from the tournaments, then a player would have no choice but to finish the hole. There would be no saving your opponent in that nature, okay? That's one thing that I think would be just a great improvement. First, at least start off by eliminating them from practice mode because I don't think that they're needed. And if you think they are needed, please tell me why in the comments. Two, it would be great in the future if you want to keep opponents in tournament play to at least have the option for players to toggle it off. Now, you might be wondering, what about tournament chest? I think if somebody toggles off opponents, then they're saying that they don't care about the chest. I would be completely fine to get my time back in my day to spend with my family. We all have families, we all have work, etc. The amount of time, which I'm going to break down here in a second, that we're spending on watching a game roll through opponents is pretty eye-opening when you think about it. But if you toggle off opponents, you can just say that you don't care about tournament chest. Or you could say that, hey, if it's a par 3 and you pick up a hole-in-one, you earn a chest. If it's a par 4 and you pick up a birdie, you earn a chest. If it's a par 5 and you pick up an albatross, you earn a chest. I don't know. I just think it would save a lot of time. It would also help the game generate more revenue because people could go back to grinding and playing one-on-one tour play, maybe not even grinding, just enjoying the game and playing the tour play, right? They could go and play the checkpoint challenge. If people were doing that, they would be using more balls, using more of their inventory. They would need to buy more balls, whether that's with gems or buying more ball packs. I just think that saving time and people can take that time and invest it back into the game would make the game more money, right? As well. Now, but let's just say, for example, here, okay? Let's say, for example, it takes 40 seconds to find an opponent. And you do that in practice mode, and it takes another 40 seconds to find an opponent to actually play the hole for real. That's 80 seconds every hole if you practice once and then play the hole. If you do that over 18 holes, that's 1,440 seconds. You're just watching the game spin. If you divide that by 60, because there's 60 seconds in every minute, you're spending 24 minutes of your day just watching the game spin and spin and spin, trying to find an opponent. The vast majority of players like myself who are trying to win tournaments, we're practicing more than one time per hole. There's a lot of times on par threes, especially, I might practice 4 to 8 times. You know, I might practice 2 to 4 times the second shot of a par 4, trying to make sure that I have it dialed in and ready to go before I play for real. Just imagine if you're doing 2, 3, 4 practice attempts, you know, even on half of the holes in the tournament, you could be sitting here for 1 hour of your day, every 18 holes, just watching the game spin and spin and spin. Please, game, take this into consideration. Please implement changes that can give us some of our time of our day back, because we love the game. We want to play it. We don't want to stop playing it, but we're just asking for some really good changes to be made. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comments. If you agree with me, let me know in the comments. Thanks, everybody.